Hello and welcome back to another glorious day in the Peak District National Park. So I've just finished work and I'm out on a 10ish mile trail run today, and I've come to a beautiful part of the Peak District today. I'm currently running along Baslow Edge, which hosts some spectacular views, as you can see. So I'm going to run along Baslow Edge, turn back on myself, head over to White Edge, drop down to Froggatt Edge, and finally I'll be finishing on Curbar Edge. So it's a trail run that will take me along 4 of the Peak District's finest edges, and I do just absolutely love this part of the peaks, especially in the summer, as you get sunshine up here until about 10 o'clock at the moment, and the views are just superb. I apologise if you can't hear me very well with this wind. I have got my wind buff on the mic, so hopefully it's working. If you watched my last video that I posted, it was my first trail run that I've done on the channel, and I announced that I am doing the Cumbria Way Ultra Marathon in September this year. So that's what I'm training for at the moment. And I've just come back from 4 days in the Lake District, where I managed to recce some of the route and also get a load of mileage done up in the fells, up in the mountains, and I ended up doing over 40 miles of running. So that was a really nice bit of training to get done in very similar landscape to what I'll be running in September. So I've had 2 rest days since being in the lakes. Did a hike along Burbage Edge on Monday. Today's Wednesday, so it's my first run back since the lakes, and my legs feel absolutely fantastic at the minute. So I'm really happy with how the training's going. So I'll be doing a bit of a lower mileage week, and then next week, on the weekend, I've actually got the Macmillan Mighty Hike, which if you have followed my channel for over a year, you'll know that I signed up to last year's. So last year's actually got cancelled, and my entry got passed over to this year. So next Sunday, I'm going to be doing a 26-mile hike in memory of my beautiful mum, who I lost to cancer in 2019. Doing it for her, and I'm hoping to raise a load of money for the Macmillan charity. I will leave a link in the description. If you want to donate, it would mean the absolute world to me. Like I said, the link's in the description. So yeah, I'm hoping to raise as much as possible, and it'll also be a good bit of training. Obviously I won't be running, but still going to be good to get some miles in the legs. So that's the plan for the next 2 weeks. I will be filming the Macmillan Mighty Hike, and I will also be filming a wild camping video this Sunday. As if you live in the UK, you'll know that we are currently experiencing a heat wave. Today is actually a cooler day, it's 21 degrees, so it's quite nice. However, next week we are forecasted into the mid-30s in the Peak District, which is just going to be absolutely brutal. And I'm hoping it does cool down a bit for the Mighty Hike, otherwise it's going to be a long old day in the heat. So yeah, that's the plan for the next 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I need to get running again now, and I'm going to go back into the wind, onto the edge, show you some of these beautiful views, and crack on. So I've just made it to White Edge Trig Point. Beautiful little route up to that trig. And once you leave Baslow Edge, it's a bit of a grueler, to be honest with you, because it's like a gradual uphill all the way up to White Edge. So yeah, legs are a bit burnt out, especially being stood up at work for 9 hours today. So now that we're up on White Edge, we get a real nice flat section now. We carry on along the flat section for about a mile, and then we'll drop down towards Froggatt Edge and then back onto Curbar. Like I did in my last running video, I'll have a proper catch up with you at the end of the run, and I can actually see a flock, I think that's what they're called, a flock of deer. I can see some deer, so that's really cool. I'll try and get a video of them before they run away. They are looking at me right now. I don't know if you can just see them there. Hard to tell on my little GoPro. Pretty cool though. So I've dropped down from White Edge now, past the Grouse Inn pub, saw another deer which was surprisingly extremely tame. Was not scared of me at all, must be used to people around here, as we are skimming around the Longshore estate here, and there's a lot of deer on the Longshore estate, and a lot of people walk through the Longshore estate, so they must be pretty used to humans. So then I passed the Grouse Inn, nice little pub, fantastic on an evening like this. Beer garden looking over the valley, beautiful for sunset. Past there, and we've just gone through that lovely bit of woodland. I do love the contrast on this route of being in the open moorland, up on White Edge, and then dropping down to Froggatt, where you get a nice long section in amongst the trees and the woodland. Really nice, especially on a day like today, as the shade is very welcomed. So I actually dropped down off White Edge a little bit earlier than planned. I was going to add on another mile or two loop. However, my legs aren't feeling incredible from the weekend, and I actually love dropping down from White Edge at the point I did, as it's a little bit of a technical path and they're my favourite bits, the downhills. So I've probably made the route around 8 miles now, still a really nice distance, and I'm just keeping it a really nice easy pace now. I'll head along Froggatt Edge now, and then we'll be up onto Curbar, which is the final stretch of the run, and it is probably the most beautiful part of the whole route. So I'm really excited to show you all that. I'll definitely stop off on some of the rocks and show you the views, but I'm going to crack on along Froggatt, and I'll catch up with you at the end of the run now. Just made it back to the car. Absolutely fantastic route, one of my favourites in the Peak District for sure. I highly recommend doing it, even if it's just for a walk. I have done a YouTube video on the walk before. I made it a little bit longer when I did the walk. I actually started over at Birchen Edge. So yeah, it was an amazing run. One of the things I just love about this time of year, it's currently 20 past 8, the sun is still up, and you can stay out till about 10 o'clock and still have daylight at the moment. So yeah, it was a really nice run after work, even though the legs were feeling it a little bit after a long day at work, but absolutely loved getting out. And once again, I just feel so good after these runs. The last kind of mile, the downhill, I just felt so happy. It's really hard to explain, but when you've had a long day at work, a bit stressed out, even if it's just a little short walk, it just makes you feel so good. Getting out in the outdoors, into the sunshine, especially with this weather, it's been absolutely ridiculous, and it's only going to get hotter and sunnier as the week goes on. And like I said earlier, I'm doing the Mighty Hike next week. So it's a 26-mile hike in the Peak District. I think it starts down near Ashbourne up towards Bakewell. It should be a really, really great day. Like I said earlier, it's in memory of my mum, who I lost to cancer in 2019. I was supposed to do it last year, but it got cancelled, so it's rolled over to this year. And I've already raised on my Just Giving around £350. I put a post out on my Instagram yesterday about it, so thank you so much if you have donated already. And if you do want to donate, it really would mean the world to me. It's an amazing cause. They do amazing work with people living with cancer. I'll leave the link in the description. Thank you so much if you do donate. It really, really does mean so much to me. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've all had a fantastic week. I hope you managed to get out and enjoy this weather. I think it's going to be a bit too hot on the weekend, and in the early stages of next week it's saying 33, 34. So yeah, I hope you managed to enjoy it, make the most of it, because we all know how rubbish the UK weather can be in the summer. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.